which spans 3 states, has been mined for its coal reserves, powering much of the Southwest and profiting some of the largest energy companies in the world. But for the people living here, coal has been a mixed blessing.
Companies that mined the Navajo Nation decades ago have a questionable track record.
The coal industry for the creation of thousands of high-paid jobs and revenues.
While there's talk of coal production decreasing, the reality is that it's an energy source we'll be dependent on for decades to come. Millions of tons of coal will continue to be extracted and burnt here.
During the Cold War era, the U.S. Department of Defense contracted with several companies to extract almost 30 million tons of uranium from Navajo lands for American nuclear programs. The spill occurred when an earthen dam holding back 94 million gallons of radioactive waste failed.
That is bad, killing people off by using uranium from Arizona and other places. That should be protected. How and why we as indigenous people, Native American people, have survived this long without mining the land.
Navajo leaders say they are determined to keep fighting for the land that's so closely tied to their future.
After all this time, you have continued to fight.
But where we are today is on the other side, the Havasupai Nation, who were kicked out of the Grand Canyon in 1918 so that we can have a national park in 1919. Already that extreme abuse, and now the mining company, Energy Fuels Company, has built Grand Canyon Mine, aka Piñon Plain Mine, right on top of the aquifer.
With a toxic legacy. The mining industry poisoned their water, soil, and air, abandoned hundreds of uranium mines, and turned its back on the biggest radioactive spill in U.S. history.
So they begin to extract ore, and they're hauling radioactive ore from Supai Nation, Grand Canyon, and taking it from the very southern edge of Navajo Nation, just north of Flagstaff, all the way to the tippy-top northern edge of Navajo Nation. I mean, that in itself is unconscionable. This is already the people that have borne the brunt of this burden for this country.
While we're stopping these projects within our home territories, these projects will continue someplace else. And so we seem to not include those other places.
Under the guise of progress, so many things are being done that aren't necessarily for the wellness of the Mother Earth and those that are inhabitants of this Mother Earth.
In 2008, I was diagnosed with 4-stage breast cancer, so I was rushed through chemo, and I lived in Kayenta at the time. I had a trailer, I had a mobile home, everything, and when that cancer decided to visit me, I couldn't keep up with my payments and everything, so I lost everything. And over the years, this is what we moved back into. Octagon that my dad built for me back in the 80s.
A lovely home here.
Thank you. Try to do with what we've got here. And I was showing them that this was our old that I got from the pawn shop. And the battery that sat in there, it swelled up on us. And so my son got this out of an old what do they call it, jumper, and then he connected these, so it doesn't hold charge very long, but we try to use what we can. So.
That's your setup for charging?
Yes. We improvise, so that will really come in handy in case he needs the oxygen. But this is home. This is my home now, and I really appreciate the solar system, because I am on a fixed income right now. So it will really help me. Thank you so much.
So it's on.
and you plug this into it. And this is the same place where you can put in your like phone charger and all that kind of thing, how you charge your phone, your laptop, that kind of thing. Yeah, I can. So I can charge those, just mini things, so I can have lights at night. Yeah. But I was having a hard time trying to charge my phone, but that definitely will work. Yeah, I'll probably set it up somewhere somehow. Yeah, get creative with it.
My thought behind the needs of our people is solar is what is now available, and we are in the midst of trying to get our community assisted in that way. So solar is very good for our folks that are away from water and electricity.
This cord it's not reversible, so it only plugs into one side, plugs into the solar pack. My name is Norman Lehman, and I live in Red Mesa, Utah. So I am the founder of a nonprofit named Sea Forever Green. I'm the translator, also the distributor. As a translator, I educate. Of course, solar is part of the renewable energies. I go and introduce to the people and touch on what renewable energy is and what global warming is. Red Mesa, though, is not sure. So, the Quapakai Sea Forever Green, how do you with your nonprofit? To the solar panel, it's not running off the battery, it's running off the solar. I'm going to feed it through the window here and set it the battery pack on the inside. But we got to get approval here. So let's see. But then yeah, I think so. I think you can tuck it back here underneath your stairs and come back up. Between the window? Yeah.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, you shot the heck up in? Yeah, this one. Oh. Yeah.
My name is Willie Gray Eyes. I was born on Paiute Mesa, the sub-community of Navajo community, which is Navajo Mountain. I don't know how many families were relocated from the Black Mesa. The closure of the Peabody coal mine and also the Navajo generating station. We had people here, 3, I believe, from the community that work with the generating station. Navajo Mountain, Navajo community, as it must be one of the most remote Navajo community of the Navajo Nation.
Taking care of Mother Earth. The earth is a living being. Everything in the earth is spiritual. Well, in the community I come from in Navajo Mountain, Oljeto, Inscription House, or Tzapikin, people still speak their language, still continue to practice their culture and tradition. It is one of the most rural parts of the Navajo Nation, so there is not much infrastructure. I think just within the century, we were able to pave a road to Navajo Mountain so people can go in and out. There's only one road in, and paved road in, and one paved road out. I think there are opportunities all throughout the Navajo Nation to harness the power from the sun, and as we see today, power from the wind. We have done projects on the Navajo Nation that have solar energy being created. During our tenure, we were able to put up large-scale solar farms, Kayenta 1 and 2, and Red Mesa as well. I envision one day that a Navajo family that's connected to the grid can have solar panels and maybe even have $0 owed to the utility company at the end of the month. The indigenous perspective could bring a different way of looking at things, thinking of things, to where we could be able to not just help our native communities, but also all five-finger beings, as we're told in our Navajo culture.
So I would like to have this young lady here give you a blanket for the celebration.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, all of behalf of the true rights
thank you so much for forever being protect our winners, for giving out solar equipment that our elders, our people in such remote areas can use to either power a small refrigerator, power the devices so that they can reach out to their families and their communities again. That means a lot to people that live out in the Navajo Nation as well. Just again, on behalf of the Navajo Nation, I just want to say thank you so much to all the people that are working with their hearts to really help our communities.
My perspective in seeing our Navajo officials or those in leadership, I've had the opportunity in discussing what we can do in moving forward in providing or better sustainability and farther away from like coal plants or cleaning our uranium mines. My father worked in the coal mine, Black Mesa coal mine, Peabody coal mine, and I saw the repercussions of that. My grandfather on my mother's side worked in the uranium mines, and me growing up with my grandparents, I saw those repercussions as well. So I am definitely an advocate, and I'm always about what can we do to first heal our land and not go back to that quick money of let's, create something to impact our minerals.
What I appreciate about Navajo Solar Sunrise is the partnership between organization and government, and of course the local government. The Navajo Nation has, these past several years, began to redelegate some of the authority and responsibility back to the local community. So with Nahatsis On, or Navajo Mountain Chapter, reaching out to other organizations, coming together to help bring power to our Navajo people is a blessing.
Hey, turn your light on. Look at that.